Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekly Wednesday showcase. Last week we had Sonic 06 by Focus, and this week we have a Legend of Zelda block for you guys to all enjoy tonight. First up, we actually got WayFaringFox with Ocarina of Time 3D, and later in the evening we'll have I forgot to check how to say his name. That's my fault. Devio with Link to the Past, any percent, no major glitches. So without further ado, we'll throw it off to our first runner, Fox. It's all yours.
Okay. So yeah, I'm WayFaringFox. Call me Fox for short. That's what I go by on Discord. So, let's just get started and make a new file name. Just make it the cute one I've been using these past couple of days. Alright. Do you want me to give a countdown from 3 or so?
Whatever works for you. We're good.
Okay. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1. Let's try again. Sorry. 3, 2, 1, go. So, I had last done a marathon run for the First for Life showcase speed running marathon, and so this category is kind of a glitch fest when it comes down to it. So normally, like, to beat all the dungeons, it takes quite longer to do everything, but with the help of just all the stuff that we'll be doing, it's just going to be a lot shorter. And the other thing is, from that run, this is a new route that I just thought of this week, and that's what caused me to delay having this showcase, because yeah, and this is actually gonna be like doing a run of this new route. So one big thing to note is that text is really funky. There's like a really short time where you can just skip an entire text box, and by hitting the B button at the right time, and that's how you save time, like with text. So yeah.
Me, or is the opening cutscene like mirrored from the N64 version?
It is mirrored. Master Quest on Ocarina of Time 3D does 3 things. It mirrors the entire game. You take double damage, and all the dungeons are completely different.
Did the original Master Quest mirror the game?
No, it was not. It just changed the dungeons. They just added the mirroring and then double damage to this version of it.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of Zelda games in between the original 64 release of this game and the 3DS remake had hero mode.
Mm-hmm.
So they probably tried to make Master Quest feel more like that.
Yeah, that's what they were going for. So I'm just gonna switch my controls a bit to what I'm most comfortable with. I don't know what happened there. So first thing is I'm gonna get the Kokiri sword. Now that I've got the Kokiri sword, you're normally wanting to go to the Deku tree here, but I'm just gonna leave the forest right away. This trick right here, it's called a triple slash clip. Might take me a bit to get because this is pretty tricky. Oh, first try, never mind.
Nice.
Okay. So yeah, for some reason this has been a staple of a lot of categories that you get the sword and then you do that clip to just leave out. It's tricky when you don't have another item like a Deku stick to put away your sword. Once you put away your sword, that Link takes this huge step back, and that allows you to clip through a bunch of objects. It's always been very useful.
Yeah, I know in categories all over the original game, you usually also want a forest escape immediately. And I'm guessing the method that's usually used in the Lost Woods there might just be one of many things that's patched between versions. This game came out, what, 15 years after the N64 version?
13.
13.
And so right now, I'm gonna be just going onto the market. I want to get Zelda's Lullaby right away for this route. Before going in, I'm gonna get some rupees from the bridge here. Okay. So right here though, we do have to wait for it to become day, so what we need to do though is re-enter Hyrule Castle and then just by leaving and coming back, and that will move Malon over here. And so we need to wait for day in order to get this egg to hatch. Now, at night, you can actually jump right around that guard, and he won't be able to see you.
What Pokemon do you think is going to come out of that egg?
It's gonna be a Torchic. I went in the moat to grab some extra rupees just to be safe because I need a specific amount of rupees in order to finish this. Now we got everybody's favorite part of the run, which is the castle guards. So this first guard coming up here can be like the biggest troll ever, or he could be incredibly nice. I messed that jump up. Oh, I know why I messed it up. I'm not supposed to roll. You can get putting both blocks down just by doing that. Okay, he was nice. Like, he can just see you and it can be really bad if... Okay, this was pretty decent. Come on. Okay. So, if you are to compare like cutscenes and with the text, the text in this, when you do all the skips, it saves a lot of time compared to if you were to look at the original game. There's not much to say for a little bit because it's just cutscenes until I get out of here.
Who's that guy?
That's Ganondorf.
Trying to think of like a question to ask while all these cutscenes are going on. I guess you mentioned your next step was getting Zelda's Lullaby, and at the end of all these cutscenes, you're gonna have that. Where are you gonna go once you have that?
So once we have this song, like we just can't avoid getting this song, right? We'll be heading up to Death Mountain. Like, it's just unfortunately you really can't do too much without getting this song. Like, the game just doesn't really bode well if you don't get the song.
It seems like something that'll be used maybe now and like every now and then. You need it all over the place in this game. I played enough randomizer seeds where this thing has trolled me for hours on end.
Yeah, it's just we need to play the song twice. Okay. So yeah, at the top of Death Mountain, there's the magic fairy fountain where you first learn the spin attack. And our goal is to get up there. So this is like the first like big right that we're gonna deal with. From like my old runs, like you got explosives early just to come over here and get to the magic fairy fountain, but that's not necessary anymore. So I'm gonna be safe. There's a fast strat you can do here where you take damage off this Tete and perform what is known as a forward extended super slide. I'm not doing that here because I really don't want to take any damage. Because everything does a heart and it's not apparent. So if I take damage, then what I'm gonna do in here is gonna be pretty bad. I basically will have to grab a heart somewhere, and there's not any hearts in here at all, unfortunately. Oh, I miscounted. You have to play 3 times because there's this door right here. That we have to open. So this trick right here, I'm not sure if I can really explain well. So we're pretty much just manipulating the actors here. And oh, I didn't get it. Okay, I'll just try again. Okay, that should work. And yeah, okay, so that just made the statue's collision disappear and you can go through. And this is why I didn't want to take any damage, because if I took a heart, this timer would start at 16 seconds, which is just about not enough. Like, it's possible to make it out, but it's nowhere near safe. And it's just better just to not do that.
Mhm.
Here, I'm gonna do trick to get up here. Got it. Okay, and that was just a way to get out of bounds and then set up to get the right position to enter this fairy fountain here. So now we're getting magic.
That was crazy. Oh my goodness.
And so from here, I wanted to save and quit because that takes me back to Kokiri Forest. I'm going the wrong way. I want to go to the shop now with those rupees I got because now I can buy a Deku Shield and 2 sticks. So now I'm just heading to the Lost Woods and just gonna be waiting for a moment while I'm in here because we're gonna be doing a trick to leave the forest and enter Zora's River. Fortunately, I do have to wait. So I hope everybody's day's been going well.
What are you waiting for?
After 30 seconds, Navi talks to you, and so you can use that pushback from the triple slash to fall in the water. And then if you're in a cutscene, you kind of just go to the bottom of the water. And so that allows me to get over here. So pretty much everything is just to get this next item that I'm gonna try to get. If you haven't seen Ocarina of Time 3D before, you're in for a treat because everything's to get the most broken item in the game. And that was another triple splash clip to get around King Zora. Well, wait, we don't have explosives, so how are we going to get in here?
I feel like that's a silly question.
So, there's this seam right here. Seams are weird, and you can kind of just climb them. Okay, that's high enough.
What?
And so now we're on the top of this area up here. Got it. Okay, and that right there was a jump slash clip to get inside this and get the most important item in this run. Okay.
I'm gonna ask a question that gets asked all the time. How the heck did someone find this?
This was a community effort.
That was insane. Oh my goodness.
Oh, thanks, Aaron. So now that we have Froy's Win, which, like I was alluding to being the most busted item in this game, we can now start tackling dungeons. So we're gonna enter Jabu right here. We got a way inside. We can use this. Oh, I messed it up. It's a little late. Okay, there we go. So, got it inside Jabu here. My stick count is down by 1, so I probably should get another stick coming up. And then we're just want to cast that Froy's Win point and just leave. So the first dungeon that we're going to complete here is the Deku Tree. Fortunately, I cannot get past that first room in Jabu, like, efficiently right now. So I have to go here first. Unfortunately, Master Quest has these things where there are these switches where these cows are. Like, they have cows in the walls. And so we need to go here in order to actually be able to get past that first room there. Oh my gosh, please. This guy's really not being nice right now, and I need health, otherwise I won't be able to do a trick. I'll get this stick for safety. So this room you need to defeat all the enemies to get through it. These eggs though you can get rid of with Deku Nuts. Need to grab that. So we can get rid of that web, and then we're going to jump down here. And that movement right there allows me to get down to the bottom using that torch. I went back to the torch to reset the flame timer with the Deku stick, but that's actually not required. It's just a lot safer, and I don't recommend doing it without it. So now we got Goma. And so I broke my stick in such a way that causes the stick to stay up despite me losing it. And that's called the broken stick glitch. It's just called broken Deku stick. It just makes that fight pretty trivial. Now we got the fun part, because we got handle this blue warp here. Okay. Okay. Oh, I wasn't close enough. All right, got it. All right, so the Deku Tree's completed, but when it goes to this, this is a wrong warp right here. It sent me to this cutscene, but once I void out after clearing the cutscene, it spawns me in Jabu. And I forgot to shoot that switch. That's why we need the slingshot, is to shoot these cow switches here. So we can just use that warp point to get back up here, because that just opened the door in this next room. gonna cast Flora's Wind again. So that I can just warp back to this room. So we need the boomerang in order to beat the dungeon. But we're also gonna shoot that switch to spawn that chest. Then we can do this trick to just throw Rudol on this blue switch over here. That saves quite a bit more time than you'd think. And that chest has bomb shoes, so now we have explosives. The thing is, though, there's only 10 of them, and for this route, needs to be a little careful. So I'm gonna break my stick again here to fight this fight. It's just a pretty combat-heavy room. Okay, I got a red rupee from the Light too, so that's great. So I should be good on rupees for the rest of this, because I need money to complete the rest of the run here. Yeah, that chest has the boomerang and master quest, so we're just gonna warp back. Now I'm gonna take a safety save just in case I fail this. Okay. Okay, alright. So I did a glitch opening that door, and that deloaded the red tentacle there that blocks this room. And then I performed a glitch called a mega flip to get across the gap. If you don't do both, you don't have another chance unless if you take a safety save.
All I want to say for that dungeon is that you promised cows in the walls, and I wasn't disappointed.
Yep. So they can not speed up this fight by considerably as well. And thankfully, Jabu and Master Quest has a lot of Deku Nuts. And that's Jabu done. So yeah. This cutscene we're not gonna try to skip. I think is it required Inspire in this game? I don't remember. I think it does. I think it's really awkward. I forget what it's necessary to do it. However, I was trying to see if I could get all the text skips to show something off. If you skip all the text at the start fast enough, you can actually have her swim early, which is like a really small time saver, but it really good to actually get it. Now we're just gonna save and quit. So here I'm just gonna be heading back over to the Hyrule Market. Gonna use this P hat this time. But yeah, this is the fest that I was talking about earlier. Okay. Now we're gonna perform one of the most important glitches in the run, if I can. I wasn't explaining the trick here. This trick I did for that wrong warp earlier, it's called, it just lets you use restricted items. You have 1 frame after switching between items, where an item that's normally you can't use in an area is usable, and that is one of the biggest glitches in the game. It's exclusive to Ocarina Time 3D. Alright. Gonna take this safe. Okay. I'm gonna safety save here. And then I'm gonna quit the game. I performed a glitch called Death Hole, but by doing that, I just spawned in the lab instead of going to the tile screen. The lakeside lab. If you haven't seen this glitch, this is a treat. So, going back to the market, takes you back there, at least. Well, I'm going to cast Forest Wind again. Exiting out takes you here.
Hey, that's not where you're supposed to go.
Okay. So I need to do the truth spinner puzzle here without lens, but if I fall, it's pretty bad, and I don't want that to happen, so you have to side up at the right time to get out of the way. Okay. Second try's not too bad. Okay. I just walked in this guy to take damage. Because right here, there's an invisible chest that has a small key. I really need this small key. And then there was an invisible sculptor there that I just took a death warp on. Alright. Got through the scary part. You have to do that mega flip twice. Goodness, I just wasted a chew. Okay. Thankfully, you have a spare chew, and then a backup route if you waste 2 chews. And the specific key I got, there's normally a Song of Time block there, but if you're a child before turning adult, that Song of Time block is set to off. And then there's also an eye switch that makes a gate appear. That only turns on if you grab a different small key. And by grabbing that specific small key, you avoid turning that gate on, which is really bad because then I wouldn't be able to get to this room. Okay, that was a pretty slow fight, but just wanted to take it safe. And by doing all that, we get the hover boots. Are pretty much, unfortunately, like I have to get them, and getting the Nudge Child is the best way. So we're gonna go in here, but that takes us over to this area. So we'll just head into the Temple of Time. But we spawned at Temple of Time. But where's Link? Oh, there he is. So, yeah, that's that right there. That wrong warp is the door time skip. I don't think there's much else to say about it.
I think you skip a lot more than the Door of Time.
Well, there's a lot more you can do.
Oh goodness.
The wrong warp. What goes on with that wrong warp? I can explain it. Basically, the game thinks you're in this mode that only plays when while you're on the title screen, and when that mode is active, we just call it a trap mode, generally like title screen demo. While it's active, the game will wrong warp you continually until it is unless if you were to save and quit out or to hit a cutscene somewhere. So it's like it infinitely wrong warps you until you can get out, or the game crashes due to you wrong warping somewhere that doesn't work. And the nice thing is that the Temple of Time introduction cutscene got us out of the wrong warp state. And so that allows us to go adult. Because if that was not the case, it would crash after this cutscene. No problem. Almost done with the cutscenes. Just gotta talk to Sheik here. And then this cutscene's just funny. And so now that that's over and done with, there's just a little bit of setup I gotta do. So we're gonna be going right to Kakariko Village to get, like Sheik says, to get the all-important hookshot. The hookshot is the last item we actually need. Apart from the mirror shield, those two are the last two items we need to complete the rest of the dungeons. So, like, explain what all dungeons is as a category. It's it is a little bit misleading. It's the main 8 dungeons in the game, the 3 child dungeons, and then the 5 temples. Thank you for the good luck. Oh, also bombs, but bombs are pretty much convenient in a convenient spot. I actually want to get that hard because I just take too much damage coming up. If anybody's used to guessing the Dampe race time, Why don't you throw in a guess?
I don't remember what times people usually get.
You got a 44. Which is actually pretty much perfect without doing this ledge thing that's over where I went up the ledge area. But I don't like the ledge jump slash thing that you can do. Like, I just never do it consistently. Where am I going? I actually need to make a pit stop at this shop because fortunately I need to buy I needed to buy 5 Deku sticks right there. Because this route really does need Deku sticks. Because this is the new route that I made. Like, there's just a couple skips that are really important to have Deku sticks on. Like that, like it's just mandatory. So I need to come here and exit and re-enter Lost Woods. So I can cast for his win. I'm gonna make a safety save just in case I miss this right here.
Oh boy, what's about to happen?
I just need to not miss blowing up this wall.
Oh,
That's all this, like, just to be absolutely safe. I'm not sure why I'm missing this moving up. So I'm doing a trick with the hover boots right there to equip them right as I start a roll. And that gets rid of this animation that they put in where Link does this hop animation to put the boots on. So I'm gonna come here. I don't think I'm gonna get that. I'll just try this again. This trick is known as a hookshot jump. You interrupt the hookshot grappling onto something at the right time, and it gives you a lot of vertical speed. Unfortunately, I need a lot of height to get this. All right, and that just took me to the boss room.
What?
So the boss rooms are always loaded. Like the boss loading zones are always loaded. So if you can get to them from anywhere, you'll just go there. So this guy is pretty much the easiest fight. The easiest boss in the run. But honestly, it's like pretty much the easiest boss like in the game anyway. Like, especially with Master Sword, you just have to do that thing twice and then he's out. I'm gonna grab this heart container. I really need this heart container right here. Fortunately, get to do another blue warp, wrong warp here. And I messed it up, so I gotta get back to the boss room and do it again. Fortunately, this one, there's really no way around it. You have to do it. Like, the cutscene isn't that long, but just where this wrong warp takes you is really, really important. Oh, got it. That time I went a frame early, so I tried to just hit it at the same time I got a second frame buffer just in case. Like, I missed splitting that too, dang. So this wrong warp takes you to this cutscene where Nibiru gets kidnapped. And conveniently, by warping to this cutscene, you get to the top of Desert Colossus.
Yeah. This is the normal sequence of events.
Well, like I am saying that she legitimately does get kidnapped here. She will disappear after you do this wrong warp. So, here I'm gonna use the hover boots to get on this thing. And he didn't do the jump right. I'll just try it again. Okay, you can do this weird jump to get on this other hand and get the chest. Badly paced anime. I'm gonna get these bombs over here just to make sure I have. So I hopefully have more than enough for the rest of the run. There, this stuff here is just a bunch of tricks that I'm gonna be using to get to the end of the dungeon. Like, if anybody's ever seen Master Quest Spirit Temple, it's long. There are 7 total keys in this place. But for some reason, you can use this torch to do a hookshot jump a special way. And it takes you right to the top. Explain why hookshot jumps are so useful is that they clip through sloped ceilings with enough vertical speed. So that's what really helps getting to boss rooms really fast. And so by doing that one at the top, you can reach the boss loading zone. And so this fight is very dangerous. It's one-hit death if you get hit. So
Good luck.
it's not too bad. Just don't do anything silly. Like Iron Knuckles do 8 hearts of damage on Master Quest.
Okay.
Nice pattern. Why don't you just give me that tech every single time? that increases the DPS pretty strongly there. Okay. So here we got Twinrova. This fight is very random. The first phase of this fight, that is, you really just want to make sure you can hit them whenever they actually fire their attack, because you have to reflect it back onto the other one. So best strategy is generally just to keep one of them in place once the other one's starting to attack. One of them's gonna fire from over here. Ooh, one from outside the bots. Okay. Alright. So yeah, you need to do 4 hits in order to start the second phase of the fight. They have big hitboxes, by the way. One backup that I sometimes do is using the fact that you can put away the hook shot. You can actually make the beam just spiral behind you to the side. And then this fight's very straightforward. You can't one cycle her. There's just not enough time. Even if like you were to have power crouch jabs like OT, they'd shorten the amount of time she's vulnerable. Alright, and that's Swinrova. If you shoot her with the hookshot after she fires, she goes to the next platform faster. That's the main reason why you just do that. So after this, we can try for a cutscene skip, but if I miss it, it's not going to be worth it to try again. It takes too long to get back here, and the cutscene's only a minute long, so it's not worth attempting at all. Okay. But I got it. Okay. So here I'm going to do another hookshot jump. Because there's just air here, I can just spawn in this part of the area just with nothing loaded. And that will allow me to get past Mido over here, who's supposed to block you. Nice. I'm a little too far forward. Okay, now I'm in Sacred Forest Meadow here. I definitely did not set that angle up right. Okay, got that jump's a little tricky. I'm gonna kill this moblin here just so he's not in my way. I don't want to do that. Just gonna fall and then just try again. Okay, that should be enough. Okay. So the camera looked weird. That just shows that I got it. I hit the cutscene, then I voided out. That gave me the miniated forest. So now we're just going to enter the forest temple. A lot of precision jumps. Yeah, pretty much. So up here, there's a small key that you have to get in order to get to the main room. Current world record is 1:37:59 by me. So there you can do a trick to get it on that banister wall, and then you can just backwalk and get to the boss loading zone that's pretty much underneath the area right there. And now we're at Phantom Ganon, so... So you must have some first-person item in order to hit Phantom Ganon in these paintings. It has to be... It can't be the boomerang, though. That doesn't work. So the hook shot works fine, thankfully. Okay. I didn't speak during that because I need to concentrate to do to defeat him fast there. The first hit's very awkward. Sometimes I don't get it. But he normally does a tennis hit right at. He normally tries to fire a tennis ball at right after. If you don't get it, it's pretty much just to try to keep him completely stunned, so you can kill him quickly. And so here, this one I am going to save because this cutscene's a lot longer than Spirit Temples. I actually don't want that up. Okay. I didn't get it because I hit... I did a 1-frame buffer there, and then I hit the button for his win at the same time. You can't... it just won't let me hit the button again. Oh well. But yeah, I just gotta try again. I was gonna kill these guys with the hook shot for marathon safety here. That was 1 frame late. So, fortunately, like this is like the most punishing trick in the run. Are these is doing the restricted items glitch on these blue warps? It's just something that's been in the game for a very long time. It's just like this is what happens when you fail them. Why is this not working? We'll just do the setup that makes it very easy. Oh man. Thank you. Oh man, dude. Why is it always this one that always gets me?
Forest Temple's haunted. You gotta burn the whole temple down.
Yeah, the unfortunate thing about this one is that it's just the cutscene's too long for you to just watch it.
Yeah, because this is usually like the first adult dungeon the game wants you to go to.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, what if I also like info dropped for 12 years?
Oh my goodness, I... Come on. Oh. Just need to take a deep breath when I get back there. Oh my goodness, I messed up my movement. Oh my gosh, I finally got it.
Oh. This skips the cutscene. Does it also
Yeah.
send us somewhere?
It skips the cutscene. There's nothing else there.
Alright. Some of these warps you've gone in and you've come out all the way across the map of Hyrule.
Yeah, it depends on which one it is.
Oh, okay.
There's only one of them that still does a wrong warp when you do that. Alright, so... yeah, that blue orb just has been giving me trouble. I don't know why, it's just that one that's been more of a big pain. Need to farm some magic right there because I need a full set of magic for this stuff coming up. So here we got another interesting trick that I'm going to be doing. Okay. All right. So this is going to take me back to the market. So we're in this Death Hole Walmart glitch again. And what all these warps I'm doing here is to manipulate my spawn coordinates. And by doing those specific coordinates from entering Kakariko, I can get to near the Shadow Temple boss loading zone. And by entering the boss loading zone in Death Hole Long Warp, it takes you to Morpha. And that's why I had Hookshot equipped right there. So now we're gonna beat Morpha here. And I do need the damage down because I need to do a Death Warp once I'm done. That's a good spot. Yep, Morpha, please. Okay, there we go. Okay, I still have it? Okay. So this one I can just enter. Because it does a weird, interesting glitch if you enter this. The cutscene can't spawn. And so I can just warp back. Yeah, I need to cast Forest Wind one more time here. Luckily, those spikes do half a heart in Master Quest, so it doesn't take too long to damage down. So now I need to save and quit. Actually, one thing, I wanted to copy my file there just in case, because if I die to the next boss after I do this thing, I'm just gonna copy this. Yeah, if I die to the next boss after doing what I'm about to do, it's really bad. There's pretty much no recovery. So we're gonna be doing the one and only Hess that I'm going to be doing the run here. Just gonna concentrate. All right. Okay, got it. So you can hover. If you sometimes fall when you are doing a Hess and you hit a slope, and by hitting that slope at a specific time, you can fall, and then the hover boots will activate, and then you can get up here. And so I right there was just using that for his win point to steal the fishing rod.
But why?
See, in just a moment. I can't fight Bongo Bongo with a fishing rod.
That sounds like someone who can fight Bongo with a fishing rod would say.
So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to run to the ledge. Oh, he's doing the clap. Oh, you got out. Okay. So by saving the game, after grabbing the ledge, that gave me Deku Sticks on beat.
What?
I really should have used Hookshot there. It's 2 hits away. I think I need another Deku Stick, so I'm gonna get one.
Is your Deku Sticks on your B button reading from your like normal stick capacity?
It is.
Okay. So until you mentioned that you needed extra sticks, I thought when you said you wrote your sticks to be, you had infinite sticks.
Shadow Temple's cutscene skips just like Spirits. If I miss it, I miss it. And I'm just going to continue on. Actually, not yet. So you have to go back into the blue orb to leave the after you do it. Because I need to warp out once I'm done.
With that, I believe you have one dungeon left?
Mm-hmm. And that's what the Deku Sticks are necessary for. So that Bush Patch thankfully has a blue rupee, so I can use that to buy a stick from the shop over here. I'm just gonna go there. Alright, now I'm back to the amount I should have. Had I better stunlock Bongo, it wouldn't have been an issue, but I just messed up the fight.
That fight's not easy.
So we're gonna go back out here. This is the last use of for is when to cast the Vort point. I'm going to cast it right here. I took more damage. Don't want that. So, yeah, I'm just getting the Goron Tunic here. It's really not safe for this next part if I don't get it. Just gonna the heart from this pot. And you can clip through the statue just by doing that. We can kind of just shoot through the wall. This is not the magic pot. Ah. So just going around on that mountain just allows you to skip getting the boiler fire. Now, that's a really important save because messing this up is really bad. Okay. Man, frame late twice in a row. I'm doing a glitch, a recently discovered glitch called Quick Put Away. Alright, that's the frame. So, with it, you can light torches if you do like a double hit with the Deku stick. That allows you to get through this room. And that, before that, you had to get Din's Fire to get through that room, or fire arrows. So this is the new stuff. Fortunately, this fight coming up is scary. So this hookshot jumps like the one in Spirit. Clips through, and then you jump slash, and then you get to the boss. Oh, wait, we don't have a hammer. Normally, the hammer is required to defeat Volvagia. So as long as I do this right, Volvagia is going down. Or as long as she doesn't troll me, which she totally can. I'm not. That's okay. I'm just gonna wait for her to do this just to be safe. Okay. Alright. So I did quick put away again. And that stuns Volvagia, and there we go. Okay, just doing safe. So I have to use this blue warp to finish the run. Alright, get ready on time.
Huh?
Time.
Yeah, that's where the credits are. Yeah, they're right there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, if it weren't for Forest Temple, that actually would have been a really good run.
Yeah, no, that was really good. That I don't even know what to say, and I think I'm not the only one who was absolutely amazed at the amount of stuff you just showed off.
Yeah, so we were planning to do this a little bit earlier, but I realized with the quick put away that you could do that for the Fire Temple. And yeah, no more hammer necessary to beat the dungeon. Alright, no problem. We've got Devio, who's going to be doing A Link to the Past as well, right after this.
We sure do.
Is there, we got a little bit extra time tonight. Do you want to show anything off, or are you good for the day?
I didn't think of anything to really show off.
Alright.
Pretty much it was this new route. This is actually my first run with this new route, by the way.
Well.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. I guess what I'll probably be doing is probably do a few more runs with this new route. I know I can beat my PB. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for the run. It was awesome. I mean, you already blew me away with the whatever that hover trick you did, the fairy fountain and the Zora fountain. That was I just looked away for a second. And I saw you floating in the sky, so I got real confused. Anyway, thank you very much for the run. Up
Yeah,
next we have-
that's known as a seam. I can explain it a little more.
Okay, go for it.
So yeah, it's for some reason in the 3DS Zeldas, like seams exist in the original games, but for some reason with seams, you can just, if you do it exactly right, you can climb them like really high up. This is also true for Majora's Mask 3D. You can climb a seam really high, and then just scale like a large vertical height. It's just some random collision that's there, and you can just scale it to climb up. And we found a couple clips to actually get into the Troy's Wind Fairy Fountain. Also, these credits are also broken right now. They don't play properly if you don't beat Ganon, but they still play through. So, yeah. Like, shouts to the community. We basically, like, this game has like a lot of interesting stuff that goes on with it. Glad that there's new stuff still coming for the game. Excited to see what happens next, really. Special shouts to Erin Toad 99. She was watching me. She really helped me get that clip with the jump slash clip, and it helped me. She helped me get really consistent at it. Also, and then also Gabby, who's in the chat. He's a glitch hunter for the game. I'll follow him if you're interested in more of the glitch hunting stuff for both this game and Majora's Mask 3D. But yeah, that's everything I want to say.
Alrighty. Thank you very much for the run again. Everyone, I'm sure, enjoyed it very much. We're going to now set up for the next run, A Link to the Past, any percent, no major glitches, by Dev. I'm not going to say the rest of it because I'm probably going to butcher it again. So we'll be back in just a little bit.
Hello, everybody. We are currently setting up for our second run of the Legend of Zelda Showcase. We're going to have a Link to the Past, no major glitches, I believe, with devioXS. I know Shock is having problems pronouncing that name, and I might not have done much better, but we're trying the best we can here. What did you guys all think of that run? I want to hear some opinions on that run, because I was expecting to get blown away, and I got blown away harder than I thought I would. So I want to hear what you guys thought, either some of the people that have run this game for a while, because I know a few older runners showed up, or people that have never seen the game before. I haven't seen it in like years. I do remember seeing runs before, and let's just say I don't remember all that happening. Incredible is a good word to use there, for sure. Shock was talking about the clip to get into Farore's Fairy Fountain, where Shock looked away for a second and then looked back, and Fox was 50 feet in the air, and it was really funny. All of those glitches were absolutely ridiculous. I always wonder how people find stuff like that. I've run a lot of games, but in a lot of the games I've run, I'm not very good at glitch hunting and stuff like that. So even in games that I know a lot of things about, seeing new stuff found is always crazy to me. Especially with that game, just has so many different methods to do everything. It's absolutely crazy. Because I can also think of a lot of games I've run where, there's a skip where you can do it in one section of the game, and then every skip has its own setup. Having a consistent glitch that you can do throughout a whole run is usually cool, unless it's a glitch that, makes the game in general annoying. Which I can think of a few examples. Glitches in games can definitely make them more or less interesting, but that one is definitely interesting. I don't think anyone's gonna disagree with that. I am going to take a second before our next run starts to change that command for you all, so that we can update that you can check out the stream of the upcoming runner, maybe before the run starts. I didn't do the thing where I changed the command. How do I do that? I can't spell. There we go. Only took 3 tries to get that done, but we have the command ready for the next stream, and we also have the runner ready for the next stream. So stay tuned, because we're about to have Devio come in right now, actually. Hello.
Hello. I am devioXS. I'll be running Link to the Past NMG any %.
All right, it's Devio, not Devio. I was wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, he told me how to say his name.
All right. How you doing, Devio?
I'm doing well. A little tired, but we'll see how everything goes here. So, hopefully everything goes smoothly. So I've played a lot of the randomizer for this game, and that's kind of how I got into the vanilla speedrun. And so, like, the number of times I've actually done the vanilla speedrun is very low, but I have played the randomizer like almost 400 times, so that's where a lot of my practice had come from up until like the last couple weeks. So I guess whenever you're ready, you can get it going.
Yeah, we're ready.
Shock's on the timer, so just count down.
All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so the game starts out with your uncle running off with a sword and shield to do goodness knows what.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, probably. We just go ahead and mash through this text. But hey, we can't just sit here all night, so let's go follow. So one of the things early on, kind of important, is to do pumping, and that is whenever you're moving up or left, you can mash on the diagonal to sometimes reset your animation so that you get an extra frame of movement, basically. So we try and do that early on, but once we get the boots, they'll stop being a consideration. Okay, so Uncle didn't make it that far, so we got the sword and shield.
You didn't see a single... You saw, like, maybe one enemy between the house and where the uncle died.
I think
I'm almost impressed.
Probably just got tired. Not good cardio.
Honestly, I can relate with that. I can only run for like a minute before I'm tired.
So yeah, we're going to rescue Princess Zelda because Zelda contacted us telepathically. So we're heading down to the dungeon where she's being held by Aghanim, who is definitely not Ganon. So we take out that guard, grab the key. So yeah, we just kind of move along, try and optimize movement as well as we can.
Is there a reason the pumping specifically works up and left?
Because up and left, Link moves 2 pixels, then 1 pixel, then 2 pixels, then 1 pixel, repeating. And the other directions, it's the opposite. So you do 1 pixel, 2 pixels. So you can actually slow yourself down if you try pumping going the other directions. So yeah, it's one of those minor things, and honestly, like, you can lose more time to it than actually gain, but it's worth trying anyway. Okay, so this guy is a little scary sometimes, but you just need to maintain proper distance. 8 hits. There we go.
Is that 6 feet apart?
Yes, exactly.
Alright.
So this game is like way ahead of its time, so. Okay, so we got Zelda, we got the lamp, and specifically I pick up the lamp there because I don't want it as my active item, I want the boomerang as my active item. And there are 3 different chests where you can pick up the lamp, and that's the last one, so. It's a minor time save that, it's one less use of the menu, so. Alright, so Zelda basically told us to go to the first floor, so we're just heading back, backtracking, and avoiding guards and things. Oh, so stair lag. If you notice, I was holding left as I was coming out of that stairway, because if you don't hold left or right, and if you just like hold down, Link will actually like visibly like stutter step, and you lose a couple frames there, so I want to avoid that as much as possible. So we push this out of the way, and then we'll be heading into the sewers. Because I took a little bit of damage, I'll grab a safety heart there. Okay, those snakes were very kind. That's nice to just be able to, like, breeze right through there. So yeah, we're just kind of continuing through here until, let's see. Up here we'll have to defeat a rat to get a key. And if we hold along the left wall here, we avoid those bats. And we get hit by that rat anyway. Hold left. Now if I hold right here, there's a dialogue that does not show up. So I want to make sure to hit to hold right as coming out. Okay, and now we get a big spiel here about yada yada stuff going on. Aghanim, evil.
Not very nice.
No. No, he destroys your PBs, so we don't like him.
Not the TVs.
So yeah, Aghanim 1 is a kind of interesting fight in that it's very RNG. And there's nothing you can do about it. But it is relatively early in the run, so...
Mm-hmm.
But now we're headed to Eastern Palace. I mean, we already know what to do. We don't need to... I think we're told to, like, go to town, find Sahasrahla, but Sahasrahla's over near Eastern, so we're just heading there right away. Okay, so... Just want to avoid these Octoroks. Another thing we can do is when we're going upstairs, you can push to diagonals to speed up as well. So, and since it takes so long, you might as well do it. All right, so we're in the first dungeon. Alright, so this is Eastern. We get the bow here. And we get to do a couple fun things. So in this room, you can... Normally there's supposed to be 4 skeletons that spawn, but if we trigger the room in a certain way... Well, only 2 will spawn, and we can hit them while they're still invisible, so that's what happened there. Grab some arrows under this pot. So yeah, we're just kind of continuing through the dungeon as you normally would, skipping all the stuff that we don't really need. Okay, and this right here... Okay, well I kind of screwed it up, but still did it. Basically, if you... you can use invincibility frames to touch that, to pick up the pot, and then when your invincibility frames run out, you can stand on the switch and activate it. So you don't have to... Normally you'd have to destroy all the enemies in the room to do that, but we don't have time to do that. Okay, so we'll pick up some more arrows here. So you gotta love that beeping heart sound. I love it. Okay, so Spin Slash will get rid of all these guys. And the first boss, Armos Knights. Oh my goodness, I screwed this up before. This is like the easiest boss, but... I'm just a little out of rhythm. Didn't get quite enough sleep.
I've died to that boss more than I'd like to admit.
It's funny in practice, like, I like almost never screwed it up, but today I screwed it up twice. But yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes. So now we get a wonderful item from Sahasrahla here. He's impressed that we were able to get the Pendant of Courage, so he gives us the boots, the Pegasus boots. Alright, so I'm gonna go open a couple chests here, get some cash, get some bombs, some more cash. So we're set for a while. Alright, now we're gonna do some spin speed here. So if you let go of a spin attack right as you hit the dash button, that happens for some reason.
Sometimes you just gotta move fast.
Gotta go fast. And once you got the Pegasus boots, really, you're just kind of tearing it up, as you can see here. Okay, so we need to get the Book of Medora. Which is going to be in the library over here. But it's up on the shelf, so we need to bonk it off. Alright, now we can enter Desert Palace. Alright, so... Again, just trying to keep movement as clean as possible. And I'll want to line up right about here. Now let me dash right all the way over to here. Use the book to move the stones, or I don't know exactly what's going on here, but whatever. Video games.
You can go into Desert Palace if you slap the book on the tablet or something.
It's about right, yeah.
There are probably words in the book, but
Well, I can't read Japanese anyway. I think that's what it translated to.
I can't read.
Fair enough. Oh, accidentally. I wanted to, like, glide across the edge of that and bonk into the wall, but was a little bit off there, but no big deal. So we got the key for this door, and this will let us get the big key that we need to get the power glove. Wow, you love to see that. So yeah, we just get to fly right through that room, not have to worry about those cannons. Grab some more arrows while we're at it. A lot of this run has to do with rationing arrows. It's kind of fun. Alright, now we can lift heavy stones. Alright, so can we get a spin speed here? Yeah, sure. Okay, so in this next room, there's this thing called a key dash, so I'll be aligning myself against the bottom of the room and dashing flush against the side, and that lets me dash right through the door. And the cool thing about the key dashes, there's another one coming up, is that they're very easy to set up. So if I just, like, kind of push a little bit against the side of that torch, I can do it there. No point in doing it here, though, so... We get a little bit of a cutscene here. But it's not really.
All these wall movings in this game are so long.
Yeah. Well, compared to other games, they're not that long, but...
Oh, don't get me started.
These guys are not playing nice. Okay. Wow. Okay. So this boss is actually, like, really a pain in the butt. Just because you're really underpowered here. So that went... That didn't go horribly, I guess, but... It could have been a lot shorter. Had I gotten more arrows in... It takes 4 arrows or 8 sword slashes per each of the 3 Lamolus. Okay, dash around here. Oh, a little bit too high there. Okay, so this trick is a little bit dangerous. You can soft lock the game, it's pretty fun.
I think I know what's about to happen.
Yeah. Let's see, I think about there. Yeah, nice. Okay. Oh, I missed. Yep. There we go. And now we're going to be scrolling forever. Okay, but I do have... I predicted, just in case something like that would happen. Because it happened in practice. And I have to do a cop out and use this safe right here.
Yeah, that is just unfortunate.
Yeah, it spawned right there. I probably should have just like gotten out of the way and been safe, but I do have the safety save, so we'll be doing that. But I did get to show off the really silly thing that happens, so.
Yeah. I guess what would have hopefully happened is you would have gotten in that whirlpool and
Yeah,
been teleported to a pool right here.
Yes, that's the one. So yeah, I've only had that happen a few times, but well, today's just not my lucky day. But that's really the only time in this game where you can totally get messed up, unless you do something out of the ordinary, I guess. Because at least you normally can have control and you can mirror back to the beginning of a dungeon or, you know, something. Jeez, these guys are being a pain. Alright, so we saved the old man, he gave us his mirror. And the cabbages are being nice. Okay, that dead rock is being annoying, though. Dead rocks and cabbages are like the worst enemies in like almost any game.
Coming up is my favorite 10 seconds of the run.
Yeah, this is the best music in the game.
Oh, no, I have a different reason.
No idea what you could be talking about. But yeah, I really like that music too, and
funny.
But unfortunately, it lasts a very short amount of time, unless you, for whatever reason, want to talk to those other characters. Okay. Okay. I'll make sure to try not to take too much damage here. So yeah, the randomizer probably be taking a break and just like making yourself invulnerable by hitting the switch while standing on the blue pylons. But we kind of want to conserve our bombs and arrows, so we're not going to do that. Alright, so we got the big key, and we definitely need that because we need the item in the big chest of this dungeon.
You also need to beat the dungeon.
Yeah. Well, so about that, there's a way where you can bypass... Goodness, these guys are... But, yeah, you can actually bypass that, the big key requirement for defeating the dungeon. But you can't open the chest without it.
Yeah, and you kind of need that.
Yeah, the moon pearl is very important.
Maybe just a teeny tiny bit important.
Yeah. Okay, so probably close enough. Yep. So, that bomb jump is normally like a 2-pixel wide. You have 2 pixels to make it work, but if you set up a dash at the right time, you get 6 pixels worth. So we'll just go dash right on here. And that bumper you can just dash right by if you Okay. So this is Moldorm. He eats PBs and he gets very mad. Okay. Now, a lot of people like to hold their sword out to try and take care of him. I kind of like to dance with him. Probably from playing a lot of swordless randomizer.
Oh, goodness. I like in the newer Zelda games where Moldorm is just a burger.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, like, was it the Link Between Worlds or something?
The Link Between Worlds, and I think the Switch Link's Awakening also did that style.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Alright, so we got the 3 pendants, so it's time to get the Master Sword. And so right in this room, it's kind of a troll here, but I'll be using a pause buffer to switch to the boomerang right as I'm about to bonk into the wall there and fall into a pit. But I did not, so there you go. Alright. Now, I will be taking that mushroom as a safety measure, but I won't be taking it on the way in. Okay, now Sahasrahla gives us a big spiel about the Master Sword and, I don't know, something.
The only words I can read are your name.
Yeah. Okay. Then as we exit here, Zelda will tell us soldiers are attacking the sanctuary. Or probably in the Japanese version, it's church. Okay, pick that up. If only I could stop bonking into things, that'd be great. Okay. Ooh. A little bit too far to the side there. Okay. So we're going back to the castle because now we have the Master Sword to break Aghanim's evil seal on the door or whatever.
You can lockpick the deadbolt.
Yeah, the electric deadbolt or whatever.
Mm-hmm. This new smart home equipment's getting kind of crazy.
Alright, so in this room, we're just gonna wait for these guys to get a little close. I'll take care of them like that. Okay, we should be able to get another key dash here. Perfect. Alright, just waltz right on through. Alright, so yeah, we just continue climbing the tower as best we can. Ooh, got a key dash through that door. Very nice. Hey, this guy played nice. Get to go through that room optimally, basically. Alright, so now's about the time where we like to play a little game of how many blue balls is Aghanim going to shoot? And it can be from 0 to 15. 15 being astronomically unlikely. So basically he has a set of 5 attacks. The first attack is always a reflectable attack. That's what we want to see. The next 3... So that one's reflectable. The next 3 have a 50-50 chance of being reflectable. That one was a blue ball. That's 1. That's 2. Okay, and then the 5th attack is, there's nothing we can do about it, it's just the lightning. Okay, another 50%. Oh, that's 3. So that, unfortunately, means another cycle. But this will be it. And I'm trying, if possible, to hit Aghanim to the center so he doesn't take quite as long to move on to the next bit. So this, I think, is the longest kind of dialogue bit in the game. Okay, so now we're headed to Palace of Darkness. There we go. So enemies in the Dark World are pretty nasty, and they do a lot of damage when they hit you, so you want to try and avoid that as much as possible. Okay, so here's where we meet Kiki, the thieving monkey. So we give Kiki 10 rupees so they can follow us, and then 100 to open the dungeon. If we get hit during that time, we have to pay Kiki again the 10 rupees to get them to follow us, but that's usually not a problem. No, I want the mirror. I want a bomb. Okay. So this is basically keys of the dungeon. So we spend a lot of time picking up keys. Alright, so here's where we get the big key. And we need that in order to get the item for this dungeon, which is the hammer, which is very important. Grab another key here, then head on to the back here. We'll set up a key dash again. Alright, now we're going to do something called the hammer jump. I set it up in a slightly different way. This way is a lot easier to do in the randomizer when you might be playing with different character sprites. So that actually went very nicely. Alright. Now that key being there means you can actually, like, soft lock yourself in this dungeon if you manage to make all the wrong decisions. But I won't get into that. So that's the item dash. Did it with the hammer. Just smashed all those pots at once. It's fun. But it's also important to have full health if at all possible. Another moving wall cutscene. The second of 3.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know why this game is in love with that idea. Okay, so since we have full health, we can use a sword beam over there. Saves us a trip to the menu, so that's good. Okay. That room could have gone better, but it didn't go badly, so... Ideally, you want to knock over the bottom 4 Helmosaurs, or not Helmosaurs, Terrapins is what they're called, I think, yeah. You want to hit all 4 of the bottom ones at once, but that just didn't quite happen. So it takes 17 hits of the hammer. Ah, jeez. Okay. Well. 17 hits of the hammer to destroy the mask. And then 8 swings of the sword, or 6 swings and a spin, but I missed the spin, so there you go. That's actually a fairly scary boss. Doing 2 hearts of damage, and at this point in the game, like if you like take damage in like the room with the terrapins, you can be in a bad place. But I made sure to dodge those fireballs. Normally there aren't quite as many fireballs, like, but really like those fireballs this time. Anyway, so yeah, we rescue the first maiden, and she tells us a whole, big plot dump type thing. All right. So if I remember correctly, she tells us like where all the other dungeons are, and so can you guess which dungeon we're gonna be going to? It's not dungeon number 2. I'll tell you that.
It's the one on the other side of the map.
Yes.
Efficient.
Well, there's a good reason for that.
I know.
Okay. Oh, that went pretty well. So yeah, taking advantage of the item dash to knock all those hammer pegs down at once. It's important to note that a lot of these glitches are only available, that you can only do them on the Japanese version 1.0, which is what I'm using right now. Alright, so this is Stumpy. He gives us the shovel. So now we have a flute. Alright, but now that we've defeated Aghanim, the enemies on the overworld are a little scarier. I really want to get the spin speed here. Okay, come on now. That should maybe do it? No, I guess not. That for sure. Okay. It's because this guy is really fast, and I want to be faster than that. So another running thing in the Zelda series is a weather vane with some sort of bird in it.
Birds.
I know Link's Awakening also has that. Probably others.
In A Link Between Worlds, weather vanes are the save points.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Okay, I'll just hammer these guys. Ah, okay. Alright, alright. Okay, I won't item dash then. I'm getting too antsy. Okay, so we're gonna be headed into Thieves Town, so that when we get out of Thieves Town, we'll have a very important sword upgrade. And we'll have that very important sword upgrade pretty early on in the game. Okay. So yeah, this first area is kind of a maze type thing on 2 levels, but when you know where you're going, it's very simple. Grab a key, line ourselves up against the torch so we can dash through that door. Perfect. Okay, can we get the God Pixel? Ah, we bonked off the guy anyway, so... I need you to calm down here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, well we made it through what is appropriately called the Hellway, so... Those enemies really were body blocking me. Okay, and we need the bomb because we need to. Really? So yeah, those grasshopper enemies do 2 hearts of damage, and they have the same AI as the rats in the overworld. So they can be really annoying. I like to take the hammer out early so that I can hit that Zazak there. I'm also going to take this one out just because I don't like them shooting fire at me. Grab some hearts while I'm at it. And so we're going to rescue this maiden from the dungeon. But for some reason, if you take her to the start of the dungeon and try and take her outside, she really does not want to go outside. Grab some arrows while we're at it here. Okay, so it turns out the maiden really doesn't like light and turns into some sort of monster.
I can relate.
Alright, so we want to... Oop, okay. Got a little off script there, but we can make this work.
Yeah, this fight has like a script you can follow to have it not go wrong.
Yeah.
Ever. But if you fall out of that script, it can honestly become one of the hardest fights in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, so the third part of the script I don't have quite down, but there, you know, it's one of those things where it's like there's more important stuff for me to work on first, but okay. So since we picked up those Titan's mitts in the big chest, we'll be making use of those now. But first, we'll grab some money out of the distillery. I mean, there are barrels and like some sort of heating element here, so makes sense.
And money.
Oh yeah. So yeah, the Village of Outcasts actually has like a bunch of money in it. 2 $300 or rupee treasure chests, so that's what we pick up to fund the flippers that we're gonna need. So we rescue this frog, whose name is probably Jeremiah. And back in the...
Dr. B. Frog.
And so the, you know, in dwarf form, they offer to improve your sword. And it's like, well, that seems like a pretty good idea. Now, I guess I could mention something about the weapons in this game. You might think that the each sword does like double damage from the one before it, and that makes sense. Yeah, I think it, like in Legend of Zelda 1, that is strictly true. In this game, it is tricky. There are these things like damage tables that are basically... Ooh, I actually need the money out of here. got caught up in talking about damage tables. But yeah, each kind of like weapon attack has its own class, and each of those classes has a damage number associated with it. It's kind of complex. But for the most part, it's basically, yeah, double damage for the most part. Okay, these guys... Is that guy stuck in the statue? Okay, well, there we go. That'll do it. I've seen weird behavior from those Gibdos before, but that's kind of interesting. Alright, so we got the big key. Yeah, this dungeon is pretty weird and confusing casually. But when you know what you're doing and where you're going, it's actually pretty simple. So again, we're going to be doing the old dash trick to ensure that bomb jump goes well. Get ourselves a fire rod and just smear on out and go fight ourselves a moth. Yeah, another enemy that I hate are those random skulls that appear under bushes.
Yeah, I hate them too.
They just really seem to get in your way at the worst possible moments. Just when you forget they exist, one of them pops up.
Reminder.
Alright, so... Oh, I got it. Nice little full magic refill. How nice. So yeah, this is one of the reasons why you do Thieves Town first is so that you can absolutely demolish this moth. So with the Tempered Sword, it only takes 4 hits. 8 Fire Rod shots, or some sort of combination of those. You want to try to hit Mothula to the center of the room so that the damage actually takes, because if you knock Mothula over spikes, they don't take damage. Also, if you have the Golden Sword doesn't do damage to Mothula, because that's... You know, I mentioned damage tables earlier. Those two things happen to be in the same damage class, so... So if you played the randomizer actually has like code specifically so that you can damage Mothula with any sword. Okay. So now we have a bunch of money and a flute. What we're gonna do is go buy some flippers. But while we're picking up the flippers, we're also going to pick up the Quake Medallion, which we need to get into Turtle Rock. And also I'll be picking up the magic powder at this point. Is this gonna make me bonk? I don't think it is. Okay, it's not. Ideally, I want to bonk back just so I can do that as quickly as possible. It's no big deal. So this basically will ensure that I have full health for Vitreous and in certain parts of Turtle Rock. And in my current PB, it causes some hijinks in Ice Palace. Where I end up trying to use the magic powder. Well, actually, I want to keep that. End up trying to use the magic powder to get life and actually take a bunch of damage, and then have to get myself out of a big jam, basically. So yeah, that bonk is to set up a mirror that will work like a second faster or something like that. Maybe it has to do with the number of tiles being rendered on the screen or something. I'm not exactly sure. Alright, and so we pay $500 for this piece of footwear here. Interestingly enough, in Japanese, called the finger webs. Alright, so we're just dashing on back. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, so we're right at Ice Palace. How handy. So Ice Palace is fun. Couple neat tricks here. So if you defeat all those Pengators there, you get a map, but we're not really interested in that. So we just kind of say goodbye. So yeah, a bunch of bombing going on in that room. That sets up these switches to be the way I want them to be. Oh my goodness, okay. Well, so I placed the bomb a little bit too low. You're supposed to get both of those guys at once. For whatever reason, the game thinks both of them are down when one of them isn't. But okay, so here's the Ice Palace bomb jump. There we go. I wasn't gonna make it. So just wait. So yeah, the Ice Palace bomb jump is like 2 pixel perfect-ish setups. I say ish because I think the way I had it was actually a 2 pixel window. But yeah, this basically lets us skip the entire dungeon. We don't need the big key, we don't need nothing. Now, there's a glitch called Icebreaker that was found a while back. I am not entirely sure how that gets used in runs, but it does let you get the big key early. Okay. Not perfect, but pretty good.
I'd say any cold stare fight is fine as long as you kill him.
Yeah. You definitely don't want to take a death there. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a very scary fight. That's the dungeon where you're supposed to pick up the blue mail. And so that boss does like 4 or 2 hearts of damage depending on what you get hit by, so... But on the plus side, it's usually pretty easy to predict. Okay. So now we're headed to Swamp Palace. So Swamp Palace is where you get, well, my favorite item in the game, the hook shot. It's also probably my favorite dungeon in all of Zelda. Okay, yeah, so the deal is we need to pull the switch in the dam in the light world in order to affect the dark world version of swamp, so basically we can swim inside to continue on. Although with some major glitches you can bypass that maybe. Though that might require the hook shot, so in vanilla that's not going to be tremendously useful if that's the case. Okay. So a nice thing about Swamp, though, it's level 2. Dark World Dungeon 2, so... really, at the power level we're at right now, this is not very hard. Some of the enemies still do 2 hearts of damage, so if you get beat up by them a little bit, that could be a problem, but there's still a lot of safeties in here and everything, so... And we need to make sure we don't flood the key. Just kidding, in vanilla you can't really flood the key unless you're doing something really weird. So I get that key so we can open this door in the upper left here. And on the way out of this room, we definitely need to make sure we hit that switch. All right, and we just got a couple more rooms until we get our big key, and then we'll be getting our hook shot in short order. Yeah, so if I didn't hit that switch, those blocks would be up, and I wouldn't be able to go here to pick up that big key. No one has ever made that mistake ever playing this game. Okay, so we're headed back to the main room here. This will let us get our prize, the hook shot. Boing!
Boing.
In the English version, it says boing when you pick it up.
I still don't know what that means.
That's a good question.
Why does it boing?
Why wouldn't it?
Fair.
Yeah, that whole boing thing has confused a lot of people who play rando. Who there are like some hints in the game that refer to boing, and if you haven't played the vanilla game, you're kind of lost. Okay. Yeah, it's the boing shot. Also related to the tickle beam from Super Metroid. It's kind of similar in a lot of ways. Okay, so this is Argus. Now, there's a way to zero cycle this son of a gun, which requires, like, some ridiculous inputs. So I won't be doing that, but I will be doing that there. So you can do 2 fire rod shots, you can do, or 2 fire rod shots in a sword spin. 4 fire rod shots, you can do that. That's a favorite in swordless randomizer. You can do ice rod as well. Single silver arrow will also do it. Okay, so now we need to do a couple things before we move on to the next dungeon, which is Misery Mire. So in order to get into Misery Mire, we need the Ether Tablet, or Medallion. Now we have the hook shot, so we can do this right here. So we can just fly up that set of stairs there. You do that by holding the sword button and then hitting the hook shot and dash button at the same time. So you kind of have to hold it like a claw, like you would play maybe like Dark Souls or something. It's a little awkward, but it's fun to do. Okay. And I like to also pick up the ice rod while we're at it. just because it's like two items that are kind of out of the way, you might as well get them at the same time. Alright, so this next flute that I'm going to do is pretty important. I'll be setting up the spooky action glitch. Okay, so by moving down and having the duck fly off the screen sets a value in memory. We gotta do this. This is very important. So having that duck be go off the screen, that sets the duck's height. There we go. That sets the duck's height in memory, and we'll be using that value in some interesting ways. Okay, so we got 2 keys that lets us open 2 doors that we need to go to. Okay, I'm watching out for that guy. That guy does 4 hearts of damage if you run into him, the slug guys. Also, the Wizrobes do 4 hearts of damage. Also, when we push blocks, they kind of don't exist. I didn't mention that when I made the 1 block disappear as I entered the Swamp Palace, but yeah, when you push them, they don't quite exist, so if you use the mirror, you can make them disappear. You can shoot fire rod shots through them as they're moving. Alright, so we got the big key, and we're gonna get the, well, final dungeon item, because we're gonna be skipping the Turtle Rocks dungeon item. Don't really need the mirror shield. Causes a lag anyway, so... I'll wait for this, I don't want to take any more damage. Now, I could use the powder here to get some health back, but that would ruin the spooky action glitch that I have armed, so I'm not going to be doing that right away. Okay. Grab this bit of magic here. I probably won't need it, but I'll grab it anyway. Okay, so the last bit of setting up the spooky action glitch is to dash so that we have the little, like, smoke clouds popping up. That prevents the memory address from being overwritten that we did earlier with the duck. And that should let us do this. So, I used the fire rod and shot it at that spike. And the splash effect for the... Hold on. Okay, there we go. Must have been a little bit off there. But the splash effect thinks it's... Oh, well. Get to be a bunny again for a little bit. Okay, that'll do. But yeah, basically making sure the fire rod splash effect uses the duck's height value or something like that. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I see a comment. Go moding Meyer feels really good. Yeah, Meyer is great to skip, for sure. Unfortunately, in vanilla, when you need to pick up the King of Samaria, you kind of have to get that. So. Alright, so another dungeon cleared. So we just got one more to do, and that's Turtle Rock. Break out our hook shot. Okay, the dead rocks weren't horrible this time. Okay, so now we're going to open Turtle Rock here. So again, as with the previous dungeon, this dungeon kind of assumes that you have blue mail. But we didn't have time to deal with that, so you just have to be a little careful. And with the magic powder that I have, if we run into any issues, be able to get ourselves out of any danger. Okay. So, one of the reasons the hookshot is so great is that when you have it extended, it prevents you, well, you're invincible, basically. So, you just do that and just kind of be on your way. And that comes in very handy during the Ganon fight as well. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be attacking those jelly enemies. They're called Baris. Because if you hit one and it's electrified, it'll knock you right out. So that's a nice little use of invulnerability by being on those spikes there. because I believe I would have been hit by that chain chomp. Also, in case you're wondering what those pokey enemies are called, they're called Hoku Bokus. I don't I don't know. It's just what they are. If you wanted to see Link as a bunny, probably this will happen again here. Yeah. Approach from the top there.
Never been more excited.
It's easier just to run into it and accept fate than to try and do other things. There might be a strategy where you can avoid them entirely, but again, I haven't gotten to the point in this speedrun where I'm taking every room and looking at the best speedrunners and trying to improve, but I don't know, maybe that could be happening sometime. It's getting to that point. So yeah, we just skipped the mirror shield. Because honestly, we don't need it. Again, use some invulnerability. So casually, the Cane of Samaria might be like a disappointing item, but in randomizer or speedrunning, once you know some of the tricks, it's a lot of fun. Lets you do a lot of weird stuff. Okay, so we need the key in this. There we go. So if you just do that little dash there, you never take damage at all. It's not really that hard to do, but it is kind of, it's a little intimidating for sure. Okay. Top off just in case there. So this is Trinex here. Ah, I got second cycle. Ah, well. And unlike all the other bosses, the heart will spawn in the center of the room. Alright, so that's the 7th crystal, and so we've kind of saved Zelda here. Except she appears to be in crystalline form. I don't know, whatever. I think you could do a super speed at leaving that dungeon, but I'm kind of like, eh. Alright, Alright, so we got all 7 crystals, so the barrier around Ganon's tower is broken. Although, to be honest, if you've seen any of the major glitches in this game, that barrier is not all that effective.
Big key's gonna be in chest 4?
I believe that's correct.
Oh, okay.
I mean, everyone get your guesses in.
Yeah, get your totally legit guesses in, guys.
So I'm gonna go left side. Oh, there's a key on the torch. Grab that. Okay, and we break out our boomerang for some boomerang strats. You'll love to see it. Okay, we're not playing randomizer, so we need to remember we don't go to the randomizer room. Okay, so that was the 3rd. I actually think the big key is going to be in number 5 this time because I think I'm going to pick up the arrows right before it.
Damn.
That was close.
That's fair, though. Safety arrows are...
Well, actually, I can get the arrows under the pot, and that'll be close enough. So that'll do. Oh, that's rude.
I can just hear the buttons.
Oh. And, okay. Nice. I probably don't need these arrows, but I'll grab them anyway.
Yeah, no, they do not hurt.
You don't want to get stuck in the, next room. Although I doubt that would happen, but... Yeah, let's try and avoid that.
You've already got soft locked once.
Yeah, it's not like I'm getting a PB or anything, although I'm on pretty good pace. Oh, come on. Okay. So yeah, my current PB is 135.07, and it's kind of funny because it has so much of it is good, and then there's parts where I just lose like a minute 20 in Ice Palace, in a really rather entertaining way, I might add.
What happened?
I was getting a little low on health, so I tried to powder an anti-fairy, and I got hit by an anti-fairy.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't have magic.
Oh, no.
So I had to remember I could get my hearts to max and use sword beams to do damage to the to Cold Stare's shell. So that's how that went.
Not good.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing that you can. Oh, jeez, this room's always got to be like that, huh? Okay. Actually, that wasn't terrible, but you can usually manipulate the Stalfos into a position. Well, that was just really rude of that Lamolus to go at me like that. Okay, alrighty. So, I'll pick up some magic here. So yeah, the Cane of Samaria is a lot of fun, especially in that room and this room here. Oh, gonna be doing that, huh? Yeah, those enemies can be pretty frustrating. They can throw you off. I'm gonna need to kind of take my time on this, unfortunately, but they're perfect. Now, you really don't want to go up this ladder as that chime starts, because you can despawn all the sprites in the dungeon.
That
And that
doesn't
will...
sound good.
No, that means you can't fight Aga 2 at all. Because he doesn't show up. So basically, you need to mirror out and try again.
That doesn't sound fun.
No. I've never had it happen. I don't know if I've seen it happen either. I've seen it happen in Ice Palace. Okay. Alright, that room's a whole lot easier than you can make it out to be, as long as you remember just to dash through the center when it makes sense. But it's easy to mess up. Okay, so now we got Aga 2 with a bunch of reflectable shots. We only got one that time, but that's okay. Okay.
You're not getting lucky this fight.
No. Yeah. Okay, that was just me brain farting. Okay. Okay, well that was not a great Aga fight, but I'm tired, so...
Don't worry about it.
All things considered, it's okay. Okay, so Ganon. Ah. Was a little too late on that. Oh well. No one cycle. Okay. That should be more than enough. Alright, how many teleports are we going to have this time? Okay, just a couple. And one of the most frustrating things about this game is this right here. When Ganon has like a 50% chance to do a teleport. It doesn't seem like that sometimes. So you could be on really good pace up until the end of the game, and he just does this.
He's just having a fun time.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we get that torch glitch there. And we need to do 12 spins. That is 2 so far. Ah, too late. Now you can actually do this with 24 slashes, but it's a lot harder to do. Missed that one. Yeah, I got hit and I forgot if that was the third or the second warp that he'd done. Alright, so time is coming up when I walk through the door there. Okay.
GG.
Yeah, thank you. And not too bad, all things considered, though I did have that soft lock. I actually have some gold splits on here, which is kind of wild. So yeah, if nothing else, I'm just very glad that I got to show off this spooky action glitch, because that's one of my favorite things in the game. That's one of those things that was found by, I think, randomizer people. Some of the stuff that community has come up with is just... It's pretty silly. There are a lot of ways to break the game now. There were a lot of ways to break the game before, but...
Now there are even more.
Yes. Yeah, there's stuff with, like, you can use the hook shot to places you wouldn't normally be able to. There's some weird stuff. So yeah, I was glad to show that off. I know it was part of the marathon as well, but you know, it's always a fun game. I know probably if you ask, you know, people who play Zelda, probably like 50% of them would say this or the previous game is like their favorite. So,
Well, thank you, DVO, for the run.
oh yes, thank you.
Very entertaining, just like you said, just like the marathon. It was good to. It's always a good run just to watch.
And there's your finger webs for sale, in case you thought I was lying.
Is there anything? We've got an extra like 5 or so minutes. Do you want to give any shout outs? Do you want to show anything off, or are you good?
I could show off another thing real quick. Actually, it'd take about 3 minutes or so, but
I know what's about to be shown off.
Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and all right. All that was a very funny joke. So we're gonna do the real run now. Let's go ahead and let's do that, and here we go. So this is any percent. Major glitches allowed. And I should be able to do this in 3 minutes if I remember exactly how it's done. Okay, so it starts out as normal. I think this can be done on any version of the game, hilariously enough.
This can be done.
So, like, if you have, like, a North American 1.2 or whatever, I believe that also works. Yeah, let's get our sword and shield. That's very important. Okay, so we got into the castle, and obviously what we're going to do is we're going to walk up the stairs, and we're going to jump down, and we're going to save and quit while we're in midair.
You do.
Okay, so we start back at Uncle. Okay, so yeah, it was, we don't exactly know what we're doing, so we're just, you know...
Trying
got
every
confused.
possible
Yeah.
option.
Basically, yeah. Okay, so we need to get back in the dungeon, and so let's try going up to the left. Okay, there's a dude here. Okay. So. Oh, wait a second. Oh. Oh, I screwed it up.
Oh no.
I forgot how to. Here, you know, we can save and quit again and try it again. I forgot the route that you go through the doors. Is it up to and then to the right? I can never remember. But basically, what you can do, you know, you get hit by the enemy and get knocked into the wall because of reasons. It's setting up the exploration glitch, is what that's called. By doing that, and it's one of those things that can have some weird effects, especially if you do it. I've had some weird things happen. Like one time I was in Turtle Rock and I fell down a pit and landed in the Moldrum 2 area or something. I was very confused. But yeah, basically what you do is you just walk through the walls into the Ganon fight, or past the Ganon fight into the Triforce room. Okay. Okay, that is the way to do it.
Looks normal to me.
I think I may have missed the Triforce room, but basically what happens, you can just make the... oh yeah, we're in a dark room. Well, it's one of these rooms around here. It's basically, you go to the Triforce room, and okay, this is the Aga fight.
Which one?
I don't remember. Okay, now we're in Ice Palace, so there you go. So there are a number of ways of getting into the walls in like No Major Glitches, and that's kind of how you do like that's how you do some of the any % stuff. But I'm trying to remember where that Ganon fight is, but the Triforce room is somewhere around in this area, and you basically go there and you go to the credits. So just unfortunate that I don't remember the path to get there. But yeah, you can do this stuff all all day, every day.
Maybe the real Triforce is the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, that's probably right, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a Link to the Past. That's a a very quick way you can beat the game if you remember where the Triforce room is located. I didn't know that we were gonna have time, so I didn't practice it at all. But it's just a fun little thing that you can do, and it shows off some of the weird stuff you can. That this game is held together with kind of string and wire, so a lot of stuff that can be done with it.
I mean, everyone understood what was going on in the long run anyway, so...
did.
It's an old Zelda game. It's got glitches in it. I mean, like, that's kind of the consistent theme with those games. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
So, yeah.
Thank you, Devio, again, for all the past stuff. Much appreciated. And with that, that concludes our showcase for this week. Thank you all for coming, and thank you to the runners Devio and Fox for running the Zelda games. Next week, we already have our next showcase planned. I forgot exactly what it is, but it is planned, and it's on our calendar. We have a calendar now in the Discord. Also, I think Blaze put it here on the channel somewhere, but we do have a list showcasing the showcases we already have planned and we plan on doing stuff with. So check those if you're looking for what's coming next. But in the meantime, we need to go raid someone.